A Very Tubie Christmas, written by Meikele Lee and illustrated by Rebecca Robinson. Come with me to the beginning of the story. I have a secret for you. Snowmen aren't the only ones with buttons this Christmas. My name is Nico. You might remember me. I'm still a Tubie and just about 3. Other kids celebrate Christmas a little different than me. If Santa was a Tubie, how different would Christmas be for typical kids without buttons? Come, dream with me. No candy and stockings or cookies left out. No milk in case he has dysphagia. You wouldn't want Santa to aspirate, would you? But thick it added might be safe. I would get more books, chew tubes, and clothes. As a Tubie, you know, I always need more of those. Other kids would see more movies, games, and puzzles under the tree. But here's something that's puzzling me. What would the names of the reindeer be? I have the solution. Mickey, Minnie, Bard, and Peg, Slip, Lock, Plunger, and Piston. And instead of Rudolph, we should name him Granulation. Let's think. His sleigh would stay the same, but with an IV pole next to his toy bag. Would he be on continuous, intermittent, bolus, or blended? Like me, it depends on the doctors and nutritionalists at the North Pole recommended. On his Christmas Eve run, he may need a pump. Kangaroo, Joey, or Infinity. That depends on the thickness of his food and his DME. With all that equipment, how would he fit down the chimney? That's a good question. What if he were failure to thrive? Then compared to typical Santa, a Tubie Santa would fit better inside. But if he wore a backpack for his pump, he might not be able to slide. Can you see it now? I like this Tubie Santa a lot, but I'm thinking typical kids might not. Mrs. Claus would of course be his nurse. Even Tubie Santa would need one, and Christmas without her would be the worst. He still would need elves to make toys and pack the sleigh. Oh, don't forget to organize and refill his durable medical equipment shelves. I know we've changed everything about Santa, but you can picture it with me, can't you? Tubie Santa might also be NPO, but since we're daydreaming, we may never know. He knows if you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. But if his pump battery dies, he would need to charge and take a break. He may not be able to escape when you awake. Well, now that you've almost caught him, let's stop before we get too excited. When our typical Christmas comes, we don't want to be disappointed. Though Santa isn't a Tubie, that doesn't make Christmas any less special for us. Our parents and family get creative because we are loved ever so much. But wasn't it fun to dream of a world where Santa could be just like you and me? I still think it's amazing to be a Tubie. Merry Christmas from me and my family. Miekele has provided an awesome feeding tube vocabulary at the end of her book. And if you do purchase it, then check that out because especially if you're a newbie, that 101 vocabulary really helps. If you liked A Very Tubie Christmas, then don't forget to subscribe. I plan on bringing you a new book every Tuesday and Thursday in 2018, and if you subscribe, you won't miss a story. Now, if you liked this story, give it a great big thumbs up, and don't forget to share it with your friends. The more, the merrier.